Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about stress. Real quick, before I get ahead of myself, I just want to make a couple announcements. So I am a campus ambassador for bodybuilding.com at Penn State University. So if you go there, I am doing 3 giveaways this month, and there will be a huge tub of protein by bodybuilding.com. I don't know why I'm doing this because there's nothing in my hands. And actually, I have a picture on Instagram. I'll show you. And some aminos. Is their amped recovery aminos that actually have caffeine in them. This is my Instagram post, if you can see that at all. Like I said, I have 3 of them. This is the first one. I started it last week and it will end next week. And basically you just need to put a picture of yourself in bodybuilding.com gear on Instagram. So you like about bodybuilding.com, do other things. Look at my Instagram. My name on Instagram will be in the link below. So check that out and also stay updated because I'm gonna have 2 more giveaways. So that's only actually 4 people at Penn State University, but it's still a cool opportunity. Also, I just found out I'm 13 weeks off from my show. I was thinking I was 11, then I was just on the phone with my friend who's doing the show with me, and then she said 13, and I realized we're 13, so that's exciting. Okay, now on to stress. So thanks to Google, I looked up the definition of stress, and I'm just gonna read it. A state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. So mental strain, tension, bad circumstances, stress. Everyone basically knows what stress is. Sources of stress. Education. I'm a college student. I'm often stressed out by exams and just life in general, relationships, friendships, having to get a job one day if you already have a job. And believe it or not, exercise is a stress on your body. It does raise your hormone cortisol for the portion of your workout, and I think it actually goes back down shortly after. Stress is usually thought to be bad, but it can be good. So like exercise is good stress. You just don't want to do too much because then you'll be overtrained and an unhappy individual. But stress can often power you to actually do something. So if you have all these things to do, you may be kind of stressed out about it, but you're gonna get them done because you wanna alleviate that stress. If that stress wasn't there, you'd keep on procrastinating, keep on putting them off, or just not do them and not realize that there is a consequence affiliated with not doing those jobs. So like I said earlier, cortisol is elevated whenever you have stress. Cortisol is a hormone that can have a lot of negative consequences, especially if you're dieting. So actually when you do diet, a lot of the physiological effects from dieting can actually cause cortisol to increase, and it will make it harder, usually harder for you to lose body fat, which stinks. It can increase your blood pressure, which often you hear about people with high blood pressure, then the doctor tells them, like, are you stressed? And it also suppresses your immunity. So if people are working out all the time or just super stressed from jobs, they're often getting sick. So I'm gonna try to help you guys so that you can actually combat that stress and just get it out of your lives, or at least be able to deal with it, because we have lives to live. At least I do. So I want to be as little stressed as possible so that I can get on with my day and do the things I need to do. To begin, you need to choose what you're actually going to stress out about. Don't worry that something bad could happen if there's actually a very little possibility that something bad will happen and that the outcome that you will actually do well is greater. So if I am going into an exam and I am very, very well prepared, I studied a lot, I shouldn't have to stress about it because I know that there's a bigger chance that I'm gonna do well because I know all of the material. And people often, if they're stressed, they don't lose sleep, their mind's just going off, and that's not gonna help you. That's gonna make everything worse. The next day you're gonna be more tired and just in an even worse mood. Something my dad actually told me was just imagine yourself failing. Imagine yourself not getting what you want and look at what's gonna happen as a result. So let's say that you're going into an exam and you fail. Okay, you might still be able to pass the class, you're still gonna graduate, you're still gonna have a life, you're still hopefully gonna get married, you're still gonna have kids. It's that little exam does not dictate the rest of your life. It dictates maybe the grade in that class. It's not gonna dictate your entire GPA. It's not gonna kill you. It's one little exam. And that's something that you need to realize, especially as a student. That's something I needed to realize. If you're going into a job interview, let's say you don't get to that interview. Imagine yourself not getting it. maybe there is a purpose. Maybe there is a job out there that is going to be so much greater for you, that was meant for you, that you're supposed to get. And so maybe not getting that interview or not getting that job helped you. Or let's say that you're in a relationship, you like someone, whatever, and you're going for it, but that person doesn't like you. It's gonna suck for a little bit, you're gonna be hurt, but there's plenty of other fish in the sea, there's someone else out there for you, and everything will be okay. So just remember, just imagine yourself failing and think about the worst possible thing that could happen, and at the end of the day, it won't seem like as much of a big deal. Something interesting, I actually watched a TED Talk that I will link down below. It was for an English class, but basically the woman was talking about faking it till you making it. So, or fake it till you make it. Faking it till you make it, if I could speak. Basically, the woman was just talking about faking it till you make it. So she was talking about all these different power poses and how you stand and how it might exude confidence. So if you're more open like this, or you're standing there with your hands on your hips like your little Wonder Woman pose, superhero pose, then you're gonna exude more confidence and you will be more confident. And if you're sitting there like this with your arms up or like this and just kind of like sheltered from everyone, you're gonna feel more insecure. We tend to stress out because of insecurities, because we don't think we'll get something, because we don't think we're good enough. So fake it till you make it. Fake that confidence, don't be insecure, or at least don't show that you're insecure, because if you fake that you're confident, you will become more confident, and that will make you feel better, and that will make you attack the position and kill it even more. And now I just want to talk about prevention in general. That was kind of what I already talked about, was basically if you're in a stressful situation, how to get out of it. And now I want to talk about preventing it. So something, obviously, exercise. I do that all the time. It's kind of my little getaway. If I'm stressed, if I know I have an exam, I will schedule a gym session for after that exam, so that if I'm stressed out, if I'm just kind of like wound up, I can exert my energy on something else and just kind of have a getaway from everyone else and from everything. Other things that tie in with that are yoga, meditation. They're just very good getaways, and whenever you're working so hard, if you're trying to lift weights, if you're trying to hold some yoga poses, which are very hard, your mind will just get rid of the stressful situation and you'll be thinking about something else instead. Also, of course, something else I'd probably say, pray. I'm a very faithful person, as you may or may not know from watching my other videos, and something that always calms me down is praying. I always freak out whenever my brother wrestles. I get super nervous, and at nationals the entire time, I'm just praying. I prayed the whole time, and you know what? It helped me. During all his matches, it helped me. I was just like, God, give Nico your strength. It helped me so much. Whenever I'm going through a problem, I just pray to God so much, because he can give you his strength. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength, is so true. His strength is so much greater than ours, and if you pray and have God give you his strength, which I know that I need at the end of my preps whenever I have no energy left in me, it is so helpful. Even the other day, I was worried about stepping on the scale the next morning for a weigh-in with my coach, and I was talking to my dad about it, and he was like, Lex, you know you're gonna do everything right. You know you're gonna execute your diet perfectly. You're gonna work out so hard. I know how you are, but you just need to let God control your emotions, and you need to pray that he will control your emotions and it'll help you. And it helped me. It really relieved everything. I just know at the end of it, God has everything, God has me, and it'll be fine. Also, kind of tying in with choose what to stress about, or imagine yourself failing. A way to prevent it is also looking at the big picture. So I was worried about that one low weigh-in. I was worried about a weigh-in on April 6th. By July 9th, whenever I'm stepping on stage, I will be lower in weight. I will look the greatest I ever have, because I have the confidence that I will look the greatest I ever have. And whenever I'm there, I'm gonna look back and be like, oh yeah, that one week I was a little heavier than usual. It won't matter. It won't matter to the outcome. One bad weigh-in won't kill you. And weight doesn't even matter. I know Christian Guzman just talked about this in his latest video, just saying how the scale was messing with him, and as it often can with competitors, even though we're a physique sport, not a weight sport, so it's fine. But it can freak you out a little bit. So just look at the big picture, look at the whole scene of everything, and if it's just one little aspect, you usually can make up for it in other areas or make up for it at the very end. Also, be organized. Plan ahead. Plan so that you don't have all these things coming at you. If you have to do all these assignments throughout the semester, don't wait till the last week to finish all of them. Plan them so that you can do like one a week or something like that, something that works for you. But also be flexible. If things don't follow according to plan, which 90% of the time things do not fall according to plan. So you need to be flexible. So if you have another assignment that comes in, you need to be like, okay, well, I can move this here, I can move this here, and I can get it all done. Set realistic goals. If you have this crazy goal that you want to lose 20 pounds in a month, it's probably not going to happen. And at the end of it, you're not going to be happy. During it, you're going to not be losing enough weight and you're going to be stressed out. And that's just ridiculous. So set realistic goals. Also, I don't have a problem with looking into the future and like personally, I want to be at the caliber of Jillian Michaels one day. I want to work my hardest and get the farthest I can in the fitness field. But you need to realize that you can have these crazy goals that you think you're gonna reach, that you know you're gonna reach. And I have confidence that I can reach it, but at the same time, I'm not focusing all my efforts on it because there's that old saying, if you shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. But that is so true. So if I'm just staying steady and just wanna get an average job, wanna be average, whatever, I'm gonna be average. If I'm shooting to be a superstar, if I'm shooting to make a huge difference in the world one day, then I'm not just gonna be average. I might not get to where I wanna be, but I'm not just gonna be average. And that is a huge point. So you need to set realistic goals and you can dream, just kind of be a little bit more realistic about it. I know that there's a chance that I won't be at Jillian Michaels' caliber one day. I know there's a great chance it's not gonna happen. So I'm realistic about it, but I'm still gonna shoot for it. So yeah, guys, I just wanted to talk about stress. Let's talk about stress, baby. I'm so weird. But yeah, that song, I was just thinking about it because it came on my phone and I was like, oh, stress, and that's not the word, but we'll pretend it is. So yeah, guys, I thank you for watching my video, and if you like the video, please click the little thumbs up button, leave comments below if you have questions, whatever, subscribe to my channel. I'll be putting out more videos for my bikini prep, because now I'm 13 weeks out, even though I thought I've been 13 weeks out, and then I thought I was 11, but I'm 13, gives me more time, so that's exciting. And yeah, I'm not gonna stress now because I have nothing to stress about. I probably will still stress out, but yeah, I'm gonna stop. Okay, bye guys. Let's talk about